Hi, I'm Milo. I'm a director and animator at Animade, and I've been here for about 3 years.
Hi, I'm Lana. I'm also animator and designer at Animade, and I've been here around 2.5 years.
I think when you're starting off, when you're growing up in GCSE and stuff like that, and you're getting an art education, it sort of specialisms slowly become more apparent over time. You can start off with, obviously start with just art. That's your thing. And then by A level, you might get to be able to do graphic design. And then by foundation level, I was introduced to illustration. And then finally, at uni level, they were kind of like, oh, animation is a thing as well. And it is definitely like these avenues are revealed to you as you go on. So when I got to uni, I was actually doing an illustration course, and I think a lot of people come to animation through that route, and it seems like a next logical step to sort of give your work another dimension. So I think that's why a lot of people do have this focus on design and animation. That's how it worked for me anyway.
Yeah, actually, when I wanted to apply to uni here, I applied to a lot of illustration courses, and I got denied from all of them. And this one course, I went to an interview about illustration, but then they're like, oh, maybe you could try animation because it has a design kind of part and it'd be kind of easier to get in. And I did like animation at that point. I was like, yeah, I could do that. That could be quite interesting. And I think when I started here, the studio was a bit smaller, so if we would get in a lot of jobs, someone would have to like illustrate it and animate it at the same time. And Tom and Ed, they were amazing at giving us the chance to design our things and put it in front of clients and give us feedback on how to improve things. So it really feeds into the culture here that we can design and animate at the same time. We don't need to specialize in one thing.
Being able to understand both sides is really helpful in terms of the process of making it. Just makes it a lot more fluid and gives you a better idea of what's going to work when it comes to the animation.
We would usually start with the illustrator giving us a couple of pose references for the characters. If it was just like one stick character, we wouldn't be able to know how they would animate, what the arc of movement is. So we would usually ask for some kind of character sheet to base our animation off, and we would always kind of ask them for feedback. If we did a test, we would then show it to the client, and the illustrator would see it as well, and then they would have a bit of input too.
It always ends up changing quite a lot when you start animating things. You can take any one frame and it will kind of look like their original stuff, but when it's animating, you end up bringing a lot of your own way of animating to it. It's quite funny how much you can really see who's animating what scene, even though the style is the same across all of them.
Probably like talking to clients the most. Because I'm not a native English speaker, so it was quite a challenge for me when I just moved here, and I went to uni here, but when I started working here, it was quite daunting to talk to clients and tell them, like, no, this is going to take this much time, or this is why it's going to cost this much. But now it seems, of course it comes with kind of experience, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Also, just being able to like manage my time and projects better, probably something I should have known before I started in the industry, but that's definitely something that just being in like a studio environment and not being freelance has really taught me about getting things done and being regimented about it. So it's helped with my personal work as well, outside of client work.
Yeah, a lot of clients, they if they come to the animation the first time, they wouldn't know what you are talking about. If you go straight with terms, you need to kind of explain to them in a really rudimentary way how things work, and the more kind of segmented you explain it to them, the better. They won't be confused, and yeah.
And don't worry, and just be confident that you know what you're talking about because you've been trained to do it.